guys, welcome to Fat Quarter Shop's FlossTube. It's May 8th. We're almost halfway through the year. I mean, I can't even believe that. And I have a lot of new releases to show you and a ton of whips. I haven't been able to show you what I've been working on for a while, so that'll be really fun. I've gotten a lot done. We're going to start off with a brand new Lori Holt pattern, and this is called Beehive House. It's the second in the Hometown Neighborhood series. If you're in the club, you already have received this, or it's already shipped to you. If you're not in the club, it's now available for purchase, either paper or PDF. So we have the pattern, we have the floss pack, which is all DMC, and then I just wanted to remind you, if you wanted to take the bottom row without the border and put it on this, we have a video, and the video is called Cute Cross Stitch Band Finishing on a Spool with No Lacing. And it's really quick and easy, and just kind of wanted to remind you of that. Now this one was stitched on Farmhouse 25 count Lugana. It does use the full package, and so you're going to need one for each design. And thank you to Cheryl for being our model stitcher. And Lori designed this after her quilt, Hometown Neighborhood, and she wanted it to have a very much of a sampler feel. So this part is taken from the quilt, and then this part is added as inspiration just to make it more sampler-ish. So I think that's about it, but it's really cute. Love it. It's a ton of stitching. I would say if you were going to stitch it, what you could do is do outlining and then leave it as a fill-in. So I've been doing a lot of fill-in lately, and so anytime I have a big piece like this, then I fill in. And I wanted to tell you here, before we took it to the framer, Cheryl did all of these individually. She did not pull thread from section to section. So I was in awe of that. And this is framed at a local frame shop, and Lori doesn't like glass on her frame, so just so you know, it doesn't have any glass, and it's very lightweight because of that. And I did want to let you know she is going to be picking a different frame for each piece. So this one is different than the first one. She is hoping to keep the detail of the like an intricate type lace on the videos. So let us know what you think of this one. Really cute. I haven't stitched any of these yet. I will eventually. Let me know if you've stitched one, but it is based off her Hometown Quilt Along that was about a year and a half ago. So this is Beehive House, second in the series of 12 from the Hometown Neighborhood. Now I've seen the third one, and I can give you a little hint that the third one has a lot of pink. So that's the best hint I can give you for the third one. And the first one was called Tea House. Now I'm going to show you just different things I've been stitching on. I've been busy. My little fingers are about to fall off. So I did finish April's Shelf Life, and the last time you guys saw it, I hadn't filled in. So I decided to fill in. I wasn't sure if I was going to leave the background black or not, but I went ahead and filled it in because I'd already done the first 3 filled in. So this one takes a little bit longer just because it's black Monaco. It's not hard to stitch on. It's just I can't take this with me like to a dance or to basketball game because I don't have enough light. So this one I would say is a little bit harder to do because I do this one where I'm stitching in the chair, and I actually just realized I did not do the back stitch here. So I totally forgot that. So I need to pull my bag of thread and finish that. So yeah, I forgot the back stitch. I think that's just like a thing. Like I'm just like, I think, yeah, I definitely have to fix that. So I'll fix that later today. And the black Monaco, I can tell you that when we went to the H&H show last week, we did talk to a representative from DMC, and they have not found a source for the black DMC yet, but we are bugging them, and cross our fingers, one day we'll get more. Moonbeams is our Make-A-Wish charity cross stitch, completely free at Fat Quarter Shop, and I got part 3 done, which is right here. And I really like the feel of it. It's quilt blocks, but The thread is very, very light. So it's like a cobbled peach along with bamboo. And so you've got like a light pink and a white. And it really kind of, I think it kind of just really stands out on the navy Ada. So this is this is the third part in the series that came out last Friday. If you would like to donate to Make-A-Wish, we have raised $22,000 for Make-A-Wish for 2024. And we're hoping to get that a lot higher. I'm going to finish this on the Primrose Cottage display that we sell. It's called Gray Wooden Primrose Cottage Display, and that's what I'm going to finish it on. The next release will come out June 7th, so in 1 month. So next time you see it, I will have this part done. I would say this only takes me like maybe 3 hours, maybe. It's pretty quick. And since it's Ada, I can, even though it's dark, I can take this one and travel with it. And I don't know if you've noticed, but all of these, I have 2 needles now. There's a reason why. I keep losing needles everywhere I go. So now every project not only has 2 Wonder Clips, it has 2 needles. So there you go. And then last night, I finished Barn Sweet Barn. This one I've been pretty quick on. I think I started this one Sunday. So here we go again, 2 needles, 2 Wonder Clips. So this one is January, February, March, April, May. This is 1 pattern, so you only have to purchase it once. Within the pattern, there are 12 stars, and on each individual page, it's a large star, so you don't have to squint. Now, there's a couple of different options I'm going to show you. So here's my piece. This is Cheryl's piece, and I'm going to talk about each piece. And then Denise's piece. Okay, so my piece, I stitched this on Pale Gray Gingham 14 count by Fabric Flair. Cheryl stitched hers on 25 count Cloud by Lori Holt, 1 strand over 1 square. Denise stitched on the same fabric, which is 25 count Cloud, 2 strands over 2 squares. And so mine will be larger than Cheryl's. Both of ours will be done, we're going to do all 12 together. Denise is doing all of hers individually, and then this is this design frame was done by Priscilla Blaine at Stitching with the Housewives. All the information is on the front of the pattern. And then when I'm done, I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it, but I do know I will frame it just because it's so big. I don't want to have to worry about lacing. We'll have to ask Cheryl what she's doing. The one thing I would say would be really cute is if you just did 3 by 3, it would make a really cute pillow. So that's an idea that I kind of had. So this is Barn Sweet Barn, and I started this Sunday. I finished it last night. We've talked about it in a Stitchy Talk, but it's where I just outline and then just fill in. So then we have the Cottage Temperature cross stitch pattern. And so we have January, February, March, April. We've done the Cottage Temperature for a couple years. We're not going to do a new one for next year. We just kind of decided that we've done a couple for a couple years. This one is also stitched on Pale Gray Gingham. And like I said, I did all the roofs and then I just fill it in. And sometimes I cheat. You might have seen on social media, but like if it becomes like April 25th and I have time to stitch this, I'll just go with what the averages are gonna be. So I have cheated a little bit to get ahead. But this one I like to just stitch in my chair at work because I can just write out the temperatures, write out the averages, stitch it real quick, and then I don't have to take it home and bring it back. Because that's one of the things that I'm always taking stuff to and from work, and so this one is nice because I can just leave it here and stitch it. But I will say it would look really cute if you just stitch it all like this with no color changes. I think this actually would look better. And that one's pretty easy. What I like about this one is I didn't have to buy any floss because I used the same temperature SKUs as last year. And then this, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I got 2 of the word swaps done, and we're gonna talk, I'm gonna show you both, and then I'm gonna explain the club. So in the club, if you're in the club at Fat Quarter Shop, we decided to send you both. If you didn't want that cross stitcher one, you can just call customer service and they'll help you out with that. So I got both of these done. Okay, I love this series, and I think I love it because I love this fabric right here. So Word Swap is a 12-month series, but Priscilla and Chelsea decided, oh, let's make it some more. So they added the Word Swap, and Priscilla told me that most people were asking for it to be included for the club, so that's why I decided to put it in. They're basically the same height and the same width each time. There might be a couple off, but not many. And I'm just finishing it in this board right here from Hobby Lobby, the numbers on the back of the pattern. Now, if you watch their video on Saturday, a ton of people asked, can you make one that says cross stitcher? Sorry, can you make one that says quilter? Can you make one that says knitter? Can you make one that says crocheter? And so they kind of like, I think they're pretty much gonna do a quilter one, who knows when. But they just, so if you want to know more about that, I would just watch their videos and see what they said, just so I don't speak for them. And this one, what I did on this one is I outlined all of the blue, stitched the black, and then on the plain to H&H, which we went to a show, I'll talk about it a little bit at the end, we can talk about it, is I just crossed my X's on the way back. I could tell my little story about my car, that would be a great story. And then cross stitcher was super easy. I did this one starting at H&H too. So this one, I think I did all of this on the plane, like stitch. We were supposed to get off the plane about right here, and we really got off the plane about right here. That'll just tell you something. And then I got to my car wouldn't start. That was lovely. I had a little mental breakdown. I'm glad that nobody who works for me was around me because I was about to scream. I get hangry. That's like a Lawson thing. So my maiden name is Lawson, and everyone in my family, like, we have to eat. It's a known thing. All of our spouses know, like, we have to eat at a certain time or we just become delusional. And so, yeah, that was what I was doing. I was hangry. But what I wanted to talk about was, so Denise is finishing these for me, like I said, in this wood piece. And when Priscilla and Chelsea did theirs, they have two sticky boards on the back. We're doing just one. Do you have the other one? And the reason we're doing that is I'm cutting this bigger, well, Denise is, because I really want to get these lines in there. And we did do a video on how to finish it. Has that gone out? Yeah, it has gone out. Okay, so I'm going to show you how the first one looks, and then Denise is going to finish them the same way, but I want to show you my options and we can vote on what you guys think would be the better cloth. So I'll put that there. So for daisies, we have this option for fabric. And for cross stitcher, we have these options. This is so cute. And I'm doing all of these individually. I'm not making them where you mix and match them just because I am going to display these at work. So this one, obviously I did the black gingham, the black Chelsea's checks from Henry Glass. So you guys vote real quick. I think on this one we should do the yellow. So you guys put in there yellow check or black check and I'll read your comments. So that's the one I'm thinking. And then this one, if you look at the cover, Priscilla used the black check on the back and the yellow stripe on the front. I think I should do one of these two. This one matches a little better because it's a blend of these two, but this color is a little bit more Kimberly. So I'm voting for this one. So on this one, I want you to vote green gingham or aqua gingham. But these are my votes right here. And then once we finish them, we will stitch them. Okay, so we've got yellow check, yellow, yellow, yellow. The cross stitcher pattern just came in stock. If it's out of stock, it just came in stock. So can you look at inventory? Maybe we sold out, but I'm pretty sure we didn't sell out. If we did, then it could be a website glitch. But that just came in stock, and it's available as paper. It will eventually be PDF also. Okay, so then the next one's getting green, though. You guys are voting green for this one. Let's see. Let's do this. We did sell out? Okay, so I will order those right when we're done. Will you remind me? Yeah, we'll order more. Sorry, I don't know how we sold out of that so quick. Sorry about that. And this is, the whitewashed board 14 count Aida. Now, the one thing I wanted to tell you is because each of the fabrics are screen printed by Fabric Flair, each piece comes identical. So I have had to buy one individual piece for every one I'm stitching so that I can get the same look. But what Denise is doing is on this bottom part, she's saving it for future projects. So everyone, we're getting green, turquoise, aqua. Okay, so we will get those done, and let me show you all three together. They're so cute. And obviously if she does quilter, I will obviously do one that says quilter. If she does knitter, I won't. Okay. So this is word swap. And then I've been really busy. Yesterday on the way to work, I had to ride to work with Kevin because my car has some car issues. So I got this done in the car yesterday. So I spent about maybe 2 hours. This one's pretty easy. This is the tea-dyed Monaco, and I don't even need to use glasses or anything, and it's super easy to stitch. So I just stitched this in the car. All I have left is like a flower and then May. And I was going to ask you guys, this is how messy this has gotten. It's driving me crazy. I'm going to have to sit and clean this up before I keep going, or I'm going to go out of my mind with craziness. So I've been kind of changing these colors, and I'm thinking about on the May, I have to do a darker color. So I think here, I'll have to pull the others that I did. Do we have them? I'm going to pull them real quick, and then I'm going to kind of see what thread, because on the January I changed the thread. It's supposed to be grapevine, and I changed it, and I really shouldn't have because it would just make it a lot easier. I should have never changed it. But I'm going to show you all of them together, and then we're going to decide together what I should stitch May, because I'm going to finish that today. So, January, February, thank you, Denise. I'm going to take this needle out. Put it right there. March, April. And I'm going to finish these. Denise and I found a frame that we think is going to work. We're not sure, but we're going to frame them all at once. Like, we're going to wait till I'm done with all of them and do all of them at one time to save time. So here we've got like a blue frame, a dark brown frame, red, white, and green. And then I did like a blue, the normal, this was the grapevine, blue, green, and pink. So I'm thinking maybe I go with this color right here. I think this would definitely not show up. The white would not show up. And this one, this color right here, let me tell you the color. It is, I'm just going to give you a little tip. I got to find Pink Posy. So this one's Pink Posy. And I would say with this one, you can see when I stitched here, it's really white. So I have thought about taking that stitching out and maybe getting a darker strand to make it look darker, but I'm going to wait until I'm done to see. But that one I will say came out a little bit lighter than I would have liked. And this one I'm just stitching I'm stitching in rows and I'm just doing the loop method. This one stands out to me because it has a lot more French knots, but I did them as colonial knots. And then each of these has buttons. They each have 3 buttons. And on this one, just to let you know, when I went to put the April on, the buttons don't match exactly. So I just made it, I basically just looked at the buttons, which are right here. They come like that. I just looked and decided which one I thought would look better for April, May, and June. So I think there was like a substitution with 1 or 2 buttons, which is no big deal. So, and this was one of those big pieces of Monaco, and Denise just cut it up. And that is how that looks. Use the green of your border. Darker pink, deep pink, green for the border. Let me see. Green for the border might look good. Actually might look good because that has the border color and this one has the border. No? This one, yeah, I might do the green. That's a good idea. I might do the green. Green or pink, one of those. Okay, and this bag, somebody asked where I got this bag. This bag was given to me by Lori, and it was made by Christy of Crosshatch Quilter, I believe. I think that's, and she's on Instagram. And then I have a little sneak peek. So Cheryl is working on the model for Quilted Snowman. Try to make it all fit. So you can find the cross stitch and the quilt pattern on our coming soon page. And this is a great example of stitching a model. And so you can see what she's done is lots of open areas. Lots of open areas. So if you look here, she's gonna fill this in. She's gonna fill this in. Once she gets this white done, see, she's gonna fill in the second white. I mean, I'm assuming that's what she's gonna do. And then obviously you'll have to check out the What's New page to see what's gonna go here. But really cute. And this one I will be stitching. I will probably stitch this in December, or we don't know. I'm gonna stitch it for sure. I'm definitely stitching the Quilted Scarecrow and the Quilted Snowman. I just haven't scheduled it in my calendar. And it's really, oh, I want to show you the back. Look at that. That's like perfection is what that is. That's why Cheryl's pieces always look nice. You can see she doesn't pull from one to the other. And so see how nice, and then it just makes it really nice on the front. And then our sale of the month is Hands on Design 20% off. So for the month of May, any of the Hands on Design patterns that we have in stock are 20% off. These are just an assortment. And today's flash sale is May Truckin Along by Stitching with the Housewives. So this one is the flash sale for today. And then we have some new stuff, and then I can tell some little stories about H&H and my car and all the things. So this is Sunflower Dairy. This one came out today, and I really like this frame. Did you say something? No? I love this frame. I'm not sure. Let me see where it says it's from. Oh, Hobby Lobby. Super cute. I love this. I definitely want to get this for something, even if it's not this piece. Teresa Kogut came out with Bunny Thieves, and these are finished on some wooden pieces by 141 Design, and we did order those about 2 weeks ago. We're just waiting for them to come in. And then Lori is going to start teaching punch needle, and she has punch needle weaver's cloth, and this is the punch needle thing you use. I don't know anything about punch needle, but I'm sure that on Lori's YouTube channel she's going to start going over it. I can tell you that she's using her chunky thread for it, and that's all I can tell you is we have these two, and then we'll see if I pick that hobby up. She did have some really cute punch needle finished models at the H&H show. If you look at our social media, you could see them, and those will be patterns that will come out later. And then from Lori, she has new needles, and I'm going to talk about each of the needles because one of them I love. Okay, so I'm going to get a piece of fabric out, and I'm going to show you. We're going to talk about these needles. Okay, so my number one needle that I use most is Bowen 28 that I've been using, and the white Croft. I just don't have a white Croft with me. Okay, so the one disadvantage of this, okay, the best part about this needle is the tip. It is so sharp, it just goes right in. You don't have to fumble around. If the point is too fat, drives me crazy. But this is too pointy. And this gives, see right there, I have calluses. This pokes through my finger all the time. But this is what I use the most. Okay, size 24, I'll show you. Size 24 would be used for like a 10 count, which I haven't been using lately. So this is a really big needle. And then the 26 is going to be similar in size to the Bowen. So I'm trying to show you 24, 26, and then I'm going to show you 28. Now if you put the Bowen next to the 20, this is 28 Bowen, this is 26 Lori. They're very similar. The one thing I would say is Lori's is easier to thread because you can see the hole's a little bigger, and this does not go into my finger as much. But the one that I love, I've already gone through several of these, the 28 is much shorter. So the 28 I have been using where I normally would use a 26. I have been using this 28. It's harder to thread, but boy, you can really go fast because it's shorter. So I love the length. And so these will be the two needles I'm using the most. 28 Bowen, 28 Lori. This is 26 Lori, and this is 24 Lori. The only difference I could tell you about these two is when I've been using them, and I think it's because of the length, I've been bending Lori's quite a bit, whereas Bowens don't bend. But this one doesn't go into my finger, and this one does. So every needle is going to have like a pro and a con, and I just want to show you what I use. And you know, everyone uses something different. I think Cheryl uses the Edmar needles and loves them. So every person is different, and I would say whatever you're most comfortable with is what you should use. But I am excited about having a new needle. So I'm going to put these back. In their proper case so that I have them at home. And these are different, completely different than Lori's previous needles. I don't know if it's the same company or not, but I know they're completely different. And the Quilted Snowman cross stitch and quilting pattern, they are not out yet. They will be out in several months. It's not, because we're not even done with the samples. So first we make the sample. Well, first we do the chart, then we do the sample, then we frame it, then we photo it, then we print it, and then it goes live. So it's a big, long. Kimberly misspoke. We are working on seeing if we can get it up. Oh, sorry. I guess it wasn't on coming soon page. Okay, well, we're going to put it on coming soon page right now. Sorry. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? We will get that online. The Lori's needles are in stock as of this morning. And, you know, I don't know if Riley Blake has more in stock. I have no idea of their in-stock situation because these just arrived. I haven't even had a chance to reorder any. So hopefully we'll be able to get more. And then now, I'll hold this here. I will tell some little stories about H&H or whatever. So H&H is a trade show. It was in Chicago. It was really fun. And the show, they have a lot of knitting. And they brought in a lot of quilting. So there were a ton of vendors there that are quilting. I didn't get to like sit with vendors very much because it's just a really busy show. I did find Fableism, which is a woven fabric manufacturer, and they don't have sales reps, so I hadn't seen it like in person per se. So we bought that. That was new. We really didn't find anything new cross stitch except for two things. We found some floss holders that Denise is going to work on with the manufacturer. We're going to have a pink, a white, and an aqua set of floss drops. That's something new. And we bought some frames from Hoopla, Modern Hoopla. And it's where you put a circle frame and you snap it in the back and then it turns it into a square. It's very hard to explain, and like the concept of it took me a while to get, but it's really cute. So we're hoping to get those in stock, and then when they're in stock, eventually we can do a tutorial on how to do that. There was a lot of yarn. There was, we talked to Valdani for quite a long time. They would like to work with Lori on using some of their colors in her charts. So I told Valdani, you know, whatever Lori decides to do is what we will do. So that was really nice to go to that booth. And that was really nice because they explained to us, they have a lot of different products. So they have like a 3-strand cross stitch, a 6-strand cross stitch. They have pearl cotton, they have wool, they have all kinds of things. So that was really interesting. Anything else that, I don't think there was anything else cross stitch related. Like we didn't find any new needles. We found some vendors that have little kits, but they're more, I don't know. I don't think they're like, I think they're more for the chain stores, if that makes sense. We met with Bowen Needles. That was interesting. We met with Colonial Needles, and we met with the people that we get the Little House pins from. So that was good. And Edmar Needles wasn't there, but we met with everybody. We went to every booth we could that, you know, we sell that type of product. It was really fun. We had a lot of great dinners, and so we get on the plane to come home. Well, first of all, we wanted to make our flight earlier. So we called, and the lady said, there's only 2 seats on that plane. And I could tell she had no idea what she was talking about. So I was like, okay, thank you. So Jocelyn called back, 50 minutes to change the flight. So we end up on this flight. None of us are sitting together, which that's fine. But, you know, it's better if you sit by people you know. It's a lot easier. So we go, we get on the plane, we land. We sit on the tarmac an hour. Okay, that's all fine, except I have to go to the bathroom. And the problem is when you get on the tarmac, you can't get up. You cannot get up to go to the bathroom. So I was like texting Denise, like, I'm gonna pee my pants. Like this is not a good situation. So then finally we get off the plane, and we all come to different places. Like Jordan was picking up Denise. Jocelyn parked somewhere different. Thank God they were nowhere near me because I would have lost my stuff. Jocelyn parked somewhere else, and I parked somewhere else. So I get to my car. And guys, I'm not technologically with it. Like, I'm not always like, my brother says sometimes I just have book smarts and no common sense. I've gotten better over the years, but when I was little, he used to really get mad at me. Like, he used to really be like, you are dumb as a doorknob. Because I just don't always have it. I mean, let's just be honest. No sense of direction for sure. So I get to my car, and in my car, you know, you have the key. And when you get next to the car should open. Well, I had it in a bag, so I was like, oh, maybe the car's not opening because I'm not close enough to the car. So I get the key out, car won't open. But the car alarm starts going off. I can't get the car open. It takes me like 10 minutes to figure out my battery is dead. And so I'm like, well, what do I do? So I call Kevin, and he's like, well, you get your key and then you open it and then you get your other key out. And anyway, I was like, Kevin, I'm already in an Uber going home. Well, I found out where the Uber line is at the Austin airport, and it's real far. It's way far. So like, I've always told my mom to get an Uber. No, that's never going to work for my mom. She cannot walk that far. So I get in an Uber. My phone is at 17%. I am starving. Like, I haven't eaten in like 5 hours. I'm hungry. I'm fussy. I'm like at my limit. I'm like, ugh. So then Emma's like calling me. Da, 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 da. Everyone's calling me. So I called the nanny and I was like, please, can you just go to Starbucks and get me a tea? I'm dying. And then she's like, why are you not in your car? I'm like, well, I can't get my car to start. So then when I get home, all my kids are a million places. Like, I don't have a car, but they're all these different places. So I'm trying to get myself to calm down because I'm all pissed off. I mean, I'm just like pissy. So I have to try to figure out, how do I get my car to the dealership? So I call, and they're like, well, Austin has a wait time, blah, blah, blah. I finally get through, and they're like, okay, we're going to schedule a tow truck. They called me 5 times to find my car. And I was like very clear. I'm in the red garage. I'm on this level. I'm in this. Anyway, my car comes, gets to the dealership like at midnight, which is fine. They call me the next morning. We need your keys. I don't live anywhere near the car dealership. But my kids have to be at basketball and baseball, and I'm not baseball, basketball and dance. Anyway, so I just like jumped up. How did I get there? Oh yeah, I took another car. Anyway, it was quite the weekend. But I got my car back yesterday finally. So apparently my battery died and the whole windshield had to be replaced, which is fine because it did have like a little ding. So now I have a pretty windshield, but hopefully my battery does not die anytime soon because I had a flat tire like 2 weeks ago. So they're like, every time I go in there, they're like, you're always here. I'm like, yeah, I know. So that's that story. And then I have another story. I would have AAA for the car. Well, my car comes with all that, so I just call the dealership, and they, like, I don't pay for anything. And but it was more like, how dumb am I to stand here for 10 minutes? And I was like texting Jocelyn and Denise, I'm like, I think my car battery's dead. But my car alarm was going off, so that didn't make any sense. People were just like, this lady, she doesn't know what she's doing. Because I was just standing there, I didn't know what to do. So anyway, I get it really fussy. And then last night, I'm the treasurer for the drill team, which is fine, but it's a ton of work. And when I say a ton of work, I'm talking, I don't need a second job, people. So we go to the meeting, and I was like, I'm hungry, but I'm not like hungry. So I was like, I'll just go to Chick-fil-A and I'll get a yogurt. So I got a yogurt and a tea. And I get to the window, they're like, we don't have any yogurt. And I was like, can I have an ice cream cone? I haven't had an ice cream cone in years. I was like a kid, like in my car, I was like so happy. And then I felt so bad when I got home because I didn't take my kids any ice cream, but that's okay. I just realized it was your car battery. Yeah, it was my car battery. It was the car battery. Yeah, car battery. Any other stories I have? I don't think I have any others. For today, we're going to give away a set of needles to 3 people. So size 24, 26, and 28. And what I want you to do is comment and let me know what cross-stitch needle do you like, and when you're looking for a needle, what specifications are you looking for? Are you looking for like a sharper needle, an easier to thread needle, a shorter needle? Just interested to see what you guys are looking for. And so glad I got to spend today with you, and I will see you next week. Have a great week.